Good day, fellas. I hope you're ready for your daily dose of skill, and today we are going to play with a brand new tank, and it is not USSR tank. I know, it's crazy, it is insane, and you know what? The most important thing how you can get this vehicle for yourself is not loot boxes. It's not even money. It's a golden game. I do not know what happened to Wargaming, fellas. I honestly do not know what happened to Wargaming. Madness. Okay, where you should be able to find the tank, you should be able to find the tank in the store. It should be around 8,000 gold or so. And this vehicle looks like CS-52. Well, the tank name is CS-52C, so you would think that the tank looks similar to this, but it is looking more similar to CS-63. It has a siege mode. I haven't played a single game, so we will explore this vehicle together. But now the most important thing. Let's see how armor looks like. 260 turret armor? Really? Huh. I wonder how it looks like. Oh. 260 armor around the mantlet. That's why it's called like it would have 260 armor. You understand my joke, fellas? Unfortunately, this tank isn't going to be the finest tank in the world of tanks where the armor goes. In other words, you cannot expect to sit in the open field and not get punished by that. You know, it just doesn't work this way. So the tank is overall paper with some random bounces and whatnot. What is important thing to say? Now we are comparing the stuff. This tank has lower DPM than LIS or than T-44. The alpha damage is 250, LIS 320, which isn't ideal if you know what I mean, but what can you do about that? Aim time isn't the finest either. In other words, T-44-100 is significantly better aiming-wise, and overall, it just doesn't look that crazy and that good. But fellas, it is sold outside the loot boxes and it is sold for gold in the game. So that is definitely something. What we are going to do now, we are going to go into the game and we will try to figure out how this tank is looking like. I know that it has a siege mode, so it has a similar situation like CS-63 does. And this is going to be very, very, very interesting stuff just to check it out and to see, does it have CS-63 feeling? Also, for me personally, CS-63 isn't the finest tank, and I do not love this tank with all my heart, if you know. I just do not feel like it would be ideal. Does it make sense? I hope it does. Let's teleport to the game. Okay, let's explore the siege mode, shall we? First of all, we are starting everything in the siege mode, right? So how it looks like, how quick are we? Doesn't look slow for sure. We are faster than the WoT is. Fellas, in the siege mode, this vehicle is faster than the WoT. Skill, are you speed racing? Yes. 70 kilometers per hour or something like this. 69 kilometers per hour, and this is without turbo. Okay. Very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. So where the speed goes, this vehicle is going vroom whenever you are in the siege mode. Obviously, pay attention at the reticle. There is a bigger chance that I will drop my beautiful Lithuanian accent and start speaking proper English with a British accent or American accent. Not gonna happen, okay? So the chance of hitting the shots this way is not so great. Now, let's see how the things are looking like with ammunition. 208 millimeters of penetration with a standard looks kind of meh. 270 with a heat is okay, okay? That is alright. It doesn't look that bad by any shape or any form. That doesn't look that bad. What I am trying to do, I'm trying to figure out, can I hit my shots towards this TS5? And unfortunately I cannot, although with all honesty I do not have the best angle over there, so I cannot complain too much about this, right? I wish to say angle would be tiny touch better, but it isn't. Huh. That's okay. So far, not really satisfied where the gun goes, right? Maybe I am just being silly goose. Maybe that is me, but for now, I would not say, wow, what a gun handling this is. This is insane, right? This is not what I would say. Okay, I am paying attention at this TS5. I am aware of that he may hit us. Wow, the gun doesn't feel good. I mean, this is the first game, and I can very be unlucky with my hits, right? But you can see that yourself, that where the gun handling goes, it doesn't look great for at least first battle. Sure thing, we are taking it easy, we are taking it slow, we are just chilling, and we are having a great time. By the way, the armor of this tank, as you could see yourself, is pretty much paper. The armor of this tank is just simply no bueno. Apart the mantlet. Mantlet is okay, but even 260 around the mantlet isn't the armor that would stop most of the tier 8s. And let's get real. Nowadays, World of Tanks is you load gold and you are feeling happy. You do not load gold, well, that sounds like your loss, you know? So this is also a very important thing to highlight overall. Yeah, that's not ideal. I was expecting a bit better gun, not gonna lie. It's okay. We got this. We are okay. Eventually, enemies will start making a mistake. It's matter of the time, fellas. It is matter of the time. Yeah, this is horrible game. City map, what can you do about that? Not much, right? It doesn't change the fact that we will try to do our best. And it doesn't change the fact that we will try to get as much use as we physically and possibly can from all of this, right? I am just highlighting the things what I see now in the game, right? Or I supposed to say I'm highlighting the things how this vehicle feels like. By the way, this is very weird update what Wargaming has done. I do not know have you noticed or not. But whenever you are hitting the enemy and your ally is hitting the enemy, the damage is kind of separated. It is not a bad thing, but it just feels weird, you know? All of us need some time to get used for this. That's okay. Let's go for another one. 250 Alpha. 250 Alpha, fellas. I do not know what to think about it, honestly. I do not know what to think about this Alpha damage. I am considering my life choices what to say, because I have a direct comparison to one tank. T-44-100. This is what I am comparing this vehicle to, okay? T-44-100 it is. And the gun feels definitely better on T-44-100, but it's not like this tank is unplayable, you know? It doesn't feel this way. It is not going to be the biggest pile of garbage in the world of tanks, that's for sure, right? At least this is how I look into all of this. But so far, I am not impressed from the very first game. I am missing something of this tank. I do not know what do I miss. Or maybe I am associating this vehicle more with a T4. Maybe I'm associating this tank with CS-63, and as many of you know, even though CS-63 is a good tank, I really do not like this vehicle, right? So yeah, weird. Very weird first game. The gun definitely did not felt great. Maybe I can improve the aiming unit for stabilizer, but I will give it one more benefit of the doubt. I am going to go for another game just to check it out how it will feel like. Meanwhile, 2,100 damage, 500 assisting damage. This is not ideal game, but once again, unfortunate team. Enemies had just better situation, right? What can you do? Where the credits goes, 22,000 credits profits after this. Okay, round number 2, Serene Coast, Tier 8 matchmaking standard battle. Okay. Let's try to arrive at the position as fast as we physically and possibly can. After that, we are leaving the siege mode for now, and we'll see how good we can snipe. Holy bananas, this reticle size. Oyopter rifles. This reticle size is something else. Meanwhile, we have Kiliana that is crossing through the middle of the field. We are obviously slapping the living crap out of this Kiliana. At least that is what we are looking for. We are okay. And we have a super heavy who is just making pressure through the middle of the field. This should be good where assisting damage goes. I do not really think I should be able to get outspotted easily. And all I need for a full happiness is just this guy to mess it up, okay? That's all I need. Beautiful, we spotted Mr. Borat, that's okay. We are getting this free assisting damage like there is no tomorrow. And I'm very, very well aware of this gentleman sitting over there and trying to wait until I will mess up. The thing is, I am not planning to mess up. This is the thing. He should be a bit upset about this, but you know, that sounds like him problem. Gun handling. I instantly have a red flag for a gun handling. This looks very, very like CS-53, and the CS-53 in a way is awesome because you have a golden APCRs, right? Compared to the hits, but maybe that's only me and it depends probably on the preferentials and whatnot. The gun accuracy of this tank doesn't feel right. The gun accuracy looks very right. Holy bananas, how right it feels like. Ooh. Fellas, the best gun accuracy. The best, okay? That was beautiful shot, honestly. That was very, very beautiful. Okay, what do we want to do in this situation? Whenever you are not in the siege mode, please pay attention at the speed. And the speed of this vehicle is very, very meh, right? If you are not in the siege mode, you won't feel like you are super nimble or super beautiful or the best tank in the world of tanks. I can promise you that. At least this is how it feels like, okay? This is how it feels like. It doesn't feel like this tank would be the best mother trucking tank in the world of tanks or the fastest tank in the world of tanks. That's for sure. Meanwhile, we are going to take our time. We will try to get a decent angle over there. And now we are saying hello for Mr. Patriot. Not the easiest play from our side, but in this situation it feels okay. Okay, we are penetrating him. Skill, do you know you are spamming gold? Do you know I'm shooting the heavy tank which is hold down? Beautiful. Very, very nice. When we have this out of the way, good. I'm glad we had this conversation. Very, very, very interesting tank. I'm trying to figure out what do I feel about it. You can see yourself how do I play, so you can make a decision. Will you want to get this vehicle for yourself or not much, right? So far it looks weird. It is a very, very, very interesting tank. Hybrid between CS-63 and T-44 maybe, or T-44-100, but also not really. Maybe I need to use turbo instead of ventilation. Maybe I need to use turbo. Would it be a great decision and great solution? So it would be a bit faster out of the siege mode. But do I care about making this tank a bit faster? The question is, do I care about making this tank tiny touch faster? And would it solve the problem that this vehicle has? And the problem which I see currently is unreliable gun handling. Just straight up unreliable. Now I don't think it is the biggest pile of shit of unplayable tanks, right? This is not what I said and this is not what I am saying. I am just saying that it doesn't feel accurate enough for my liking, right? This is the whole point. Okay. Slowly but surely we are trying to craft a bit better angle for this mother trucker playing over there. That's what I am trying to do. Beautiful shot towards E-75 TS. That's great. This is exactly what we would love to see. I am going for another one. Wow, okay, gun feels a bit better. Maybe I just needed to complain about it in order to figure out how this tank is looking like. Maybe that's what I needed for a full happiness. I will take one for the team. I'm aware of that. I don't really care. Okay, fellas. Very, very interesting situation. Extremely interesting situation. It is taking a bit long to get into the siege mode, in my opinion, as well. I think that is worth to highlight. This game is a lot of gold spam, though. Also, super important thing to say. A lot of gold spam from my side in this game. Skill, are you beating the living crap out of the heavy tanks at the moment? Yes, I do, but still, could be... Beautiful. Kill secured, everything is fine. Huh. Very, very, very interesting, fellas. Very interesting. I do not hate this tank. This game kind of showed that the gun handling can be very decent, okay? This game showed that it can be alright as a tank and we can definitely hit our shots, right? That's what it showed. Huh. Very interesting. Meanwhile, we have very first ace, although it doesn't really mean anything at this situation, because in order to get ace, you need very little experience. 5 kills, 3.6 thousand damage, 1.1 thousand assisting damage. We have Sniper Schnitzel medal. That's okay. And we got 39,000 profits. So pretty much, if not mission, we would lose some credits. Although we are paying the full price for the stuff over there. What I am thinking about and what I really want to test out, I understand that the gun handling can be tricky with this tank. But what if we would go for a setup like this? Hear me out. We are going to make the tank a bit faster, and our goal is to have a better stabilization. Yes, there is a difference between dispersion. 0.34 is definitely significantly worse than 0.3, but we can always test it out and we can see how it would feel like. So the next game, more likely, we are going to play with this setup. Well, depending on the map. Yeah, that's not an ideal map, but you know what? I'm going to test it anyways. Honestly speaking, I would go with the previous setup. Maybe I should go with the previous setup. What do you think? No, let's test it out. Let's see how it would feel like with a turbo. Do we feel such a big increase where the speed goes? And do we feel such a big increase, or I suppose to say decrease, where the accuracy of the gun goes? Now, where the speed goes, fellas, 74, 75 kilometers per hour, that's actually pretty good. Okay? Not gonna lie, for a tier 8 tank to go speed like this is not pretty good. This is insane. So you can get into position relatively early. That's great. Okay. Now let's see how this tank feels like with a stabilizer. Yes, we will try to get as much assisting damage as we physically and possibly can from this position. This is okay. I see IMBT, I load gold, that's okay. We are fine. We can see Hori moving through the middle of the field. I hope we are going to have some sniper schnitzels that would help us in this situation. Unfortunately, it's not the case, so we are just going for a shot like so. We can see a lot of, and I mean a lot of enemy forces sitting in this area. We can definitely feel that. Okay, understood. Let's hope that this Renier would make a bit of pressure. Unfortunately, he didn't. I'm a bit disappointed about this, but let it be. I understand that Scorpion is sitting right there. Trust me, I get it. I get it that Scorpion should be sitting here. But we are going to be okay nevertheless. Yes, this is risky. I am aware of that, but those hits are shredding through the tanks without bigger problems whatsoever. Gun, 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 gun. Yeah. Very, 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 very weird situation. Extremely weird situation. I like those new toys, don't get me wrong. Whenever we are testing the tanks out, right, like this, I do not hate it. In fact, I am feeling extremely good with this, right? There is nothing to worry about, there is nothing to panic about. Gun is derpy. I am telling you, fellas, the gun handling of this tank is definitely derpy. Sometimes it works okay, sometimes we are missing absolutely everything. Moral of the story being, it is going to be quite annoying at the times. This is going to be quite annoying gun and tank at the times for sure. Also, I would love to have a tiny touch bigger alpha damage, but once again, the tank isn't broken. At least this is how I look into all of this. The tank isn't broken. The tank is going to be probably between 3 and 4 stars in the index page. The gun handling is going to be rated probably between 3 and 2. I would guess for this alpha damage and for the tank type. So those are the first impressions. On the Friday, fellas, I am going to play a lot with this tank on my main account. Maybe I will even try to mark this tank in one stream or something. And I would do this today, but unfortunately today is a day off and I have plans already where the streaming goes, right? So nothing what we could change about this and nothing what we could do about this. We are going to deal with this vehicle later on, right? So you can very, very well expect best of video coming soon with this tank. You can definitely expect that. What I am thinking about. In this situation, fellas, I am thinking how to flank the enemies. And how to get involved. It wasn't the right setup in this game, by the way. Just to let you know. It wasn't right setup. My nuts, or my call from the nuts was right. Okay. Let's go out. Let's get out of the siege mode. We are okay. Do I want to push through the middle? This is the question. Okay, Scorpion is running away. No gun handling. Beautiful. Poor soul is running for his life. This poor soul is just straight up running for his life and saying, "You will never catch me alive." This is how it feels like. Lorraine 40 team. Do we have a decent enough to slap Lorraine? Let's see. He should be sitting over there. That was a good blind shot. It is okay. We definitely cannot complain about this. A bit of assisting damage as well for a good measure. Thank you very much. Light tank should be sitting somewhere here. Unless he relocated, which there is a tiny possibility, but I doubt it. And Scorpion. Scorpion is down to fartable. I do not know. Weird tank. Weird tank. Truly weird, fellas. I would love to say something else. But for now, all I feel is weird. Kudos to Wargaming, and we cannot say that too often, but whenever we can say that, we will. They are selling a new tank, not copy-pasted vehicle, for gold in-game store. Yeah, that's very very nice, right? Because usually nowadays we are used to get the new content in the game via the loot boxes or locked by the money. And now in this situation, that is very very good, and I am super duper hyper turbo happy about this. That's great. Overall performance of this game: 2000 damage, 800 assisting damage. I have a lot of question marks about this tank. And 42,000 profits as well. Now where the performance goes, I played for 2,600 average damage and 800 assisting damage, which I would not call a bad game or something, but in the same time, once again, I need some more time to figure out how do I feel about this tank. Overall, for me, at this point, this tank is between 3 and 4, so between average and good vehicle. I do not think it is broken, and the biggest thing what is limiting this tank, at least in my humble opinion, is the gun handling. If gun handling would be, let's say, T44 100 level, then we would have a big conversation that this tank is extremely powerful. Now, I think Wargaming did not mess it up. Congratulations. Who could have expected that? Although, once again, this is a false advertisement, at least in my opinion. Truly, fellas, this is no bueno. Look at this. 260 armor, and in reality your turret is more likely 150 millimeters. This is just sad, but it is how it is. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. Let me know what do you think about this tank in the comment section down below, and see you very very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.